Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin here on the daily time frame we want to start. And the idea is that the price could be in the late stages here of a small correction, which could then lead to one more high, one more rally. And that could be a rally to round about 130k. Then the wave count will be technically full. Now, wave count technically full doesn't mean that a correction needs to start, that a bear market needs to start, but it's definitely from where I will be watching for it. Already now we are in a larger topping area. If we go to our larger time frame chart, the weekly chart, for example, and I'm not going to talk about it in too much detail. We did that in the last few days a lot. If you're interested in checking that out, I will link a video for you. Somewhere you should see it somewhere on the screen now pop up. You can check out that video for an idea, for my analysis of the larger time frame in depth. But I also analyzed the Nasdaq in the same video. But it gives you a good idea. What I just want to highlight here, we are in this larger topping area, and we are dealing here with an area that pretty much starts at 107,600. Yeah, this is exactly, we're pretty much the top, the last high. Not exactly, but very, very close. So it's quite funny how the price reacted to this fib level. The next move up would then be around, or the next upside target would be around 130k. Actually, there are 3 or 4 levels that meet in this area. It doesn't need to be 130k. It could be 135. I mean, this is really just not really any distance in the crypto sector, spitting distance, so to speak. And yeah, we could then from this area start a large correction. Now, people are asking about altcoin season. Can it still happen? What if Bitcoin only forms one more high? When can altcoin season happen? Now, from a chart point of view, I think it could be this one rally, the next rally, where it might start. There are, I think, some circumstances that need to align, and I talked about this in the last video on our MCO Global channel. That's our main channel. I talked about this video just 21 hours ago. I think it was the most popular video on this channel so far, so check it out if you're interested. It's definitely one that I think gives you an idea of what needs to happen from a fundamental point of view for, let's say to get an altcoin season started. Now, that's just sort of some aspects. I just want to make sure it's clear what we need to watch out for, like the DXY and so on. But it's enough from an Elliott Wave point of view for sentiment to shift. And it could be this fifth wave. And on the daily time frame, this becomes even clearer. Yeah, it's this fifth wave. Now, is that enough for an altcoin season? I'm not sure if we will really see a major altcoin season in this rally, but it is still a chance there for altcoins to outperform Bitcoin in that period. But honestly, until we see Bitcoin dominance drop, this is speculation, right? Now, there are a few things that could happen. First of all, Bitcoin could easily stretch to 176k, maybe even 190k. That is also still part of my larger target zone here. And it would be covered by the same scenario. Like, for example, the gold sector. I mean, we are now in a fifth wave, right? But in the gold market, for example, a fifth wave usually extends. Well, Bitcoin is kind of seen as the digital gold these days. I mean, I would not rule out that this also happens, an extended fifth wave. In that environment, which would probably be characterized by a lot of euphoria, I can see an altcoin season potentially start and altcoins to outperform Bitcoin, right? And like from a chart point of view. It could also be that we get a larger correction after the next high. And it will be this rally, which I would label a B wave from an Elliott Wave point of view, where altcoins start to outperform. Okay, so there is definitely the potential there, but I'm always saying we should stay in the present. At the moment, Bitcoin dominance is still rising, and Bitcoin is still outperforming most altcoins. Yeah. So this is the daily chart. So that means as long as the 13th of January low is holding, which formed here around, I think it was 89k. The idea is that a fourth wave bottomed an internal fourth wave, and we're now in this fifth wave to the upside. And in this fifth wave, yeah, we have a chance to get to 130k next. Just wondering, I think I accidentally moved this support area, target area. Yep, gotta move it back. Yeah, gotta adjust it later. Okay, let's go to the smaller time frame. So here we have seen a rally from the February low in a questionable 5-wave pattern. It's not clearly 5 waves, so I can only warn at this stage. The pullback, however, looks also corrective, so we were leaning towards higher prices. And while the rally from the Sunday low didn't lead to an upside breakout and the price formed another marginally lower low, the support area is still holding, and the price is still holding above the critical 93,630 level. Now, you can see that this orange box here, which represents Fibonacci support, definitely is relevant, was relevant here, because you can see the price downward movement, momentum, yeah, downward momentum decreased in this support area, which means it's more balanced and the market is preparing for an upside reversal. Now, we even have a possible micro 5-wave move up from the low that formed yesterday. If the price starts to pull back now, it needs to hold above 95K to keep the overall upside reversal attempt alive. I did mention it though in many videos in the last few days that we had many micro breakout attempts, both to the downside and upside in this region, and they all failed, right? So it just overall reduces the confidence in those setups. But still, you know, it is the next one is another 1-2 setup. Let's see if the bulls can hold 95K. It's low confidence at this stage, but if the bulls can test this support area, react to one of these Fibonacci levels at 96.6, 96.1, 95.6, or even 95K, then reverse to the upside, could lead here to an upside, let's say, breakout above the first signal line at around 98,500. I mean, it's the first signal line, really. This is not so relevant. The next one above is located at 100,840, and really important is the February high at 102,550. But for now, the focus is on whether the bulls can hold above the 95K level. This is really the nearest micro Fibonacci support. It's already a good sign that the price broke above yesterday's high. So I can remove this signal line, that was the earliest one, just to tell us that a low of sorts is in place. Then we were watching if the market can form a 5th wave, which it's done. And it's not the cleanest 5-wave move, but I'm assuming it fulfilled the minimum requirements for a 5-wave pattern. And if you're wondering why 5 waves, well, from an Elliott Wave point of view, we're always looking for 5 waves because it indicates where the trend is going. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.